I didn't realize it was like that. Hey, what is up, everyone? This is your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva, singing better late than never. That's what they say. All right, what's up, everybody? We are here to talk about Ready to Love, the final episode of season 2, which concluded with a part 2 reunion. It seems to me that a lot was missed in this particular reunion. But we just gonna roll with it because I mean, what else we gonna do, y'all? What else we gonna do? Oh Lord, I didn't pull up my Twitter notes, Lord. But anyway, I do recall that the episode did open with the continuation of that travesty of a fiasco. It went from classy base to a complete circus. Okay. They continued with unpacking and discussing what went wrong between Tandy and Mario, with counselor sitting at the top in the blue dress, Miss Christina, kind of asking questions too that we all wanted to know. No, that was Alexis and Mario. So yeah, I don't have it completely all there together. Let me pull this up. I can't believe I did that. I was like, I'm just ready to go live because I'm trying to get ready for this R. Kelly part 2. I know some of my friends are not here for it, but you know what? I can't. It's like a train wreck. You just can't stop looking at, and you just wonder, like in particular, I was catching the playback of the first part, and that girl Kitty, that was a 30-something-year-old who had a child who was a DJ in Dallas, my hometown. I don't know who she was, but I guess I was long gone. I think I must have been in law school or living in LA by that time. But how is it that you pack up your whole life and leave to go with a man that you know is a pedophile? And then he's sizing you up because you look like you a teenager when you a grown-ass woman. But okay. But let's get into this Ready to Love. So Reba and Mario, that continues. Mario says he contacted Riva a couple of days after he decided to break things off with Tandy, because basically Mario's whole thing is, in my spirit, I knew that Tandy was not the woman for me. My thing is this: if you knew that Tandy was not the woman for you, why did you waste her time? I am so sick and tired of men playing these games and wasting women's time. My time is valuable, and therefore I know other women's time is valuable. You could have been interfering with someone else who could have came in and loved Tandy right. She could have been exploring other connections, but no. Instead, you decided, I'm going to go ahead and do things with Tandy. But see, Tandy's a little bit too hot to handle for you. She's a firecracker. But my whole thing is, after watching how Mario's family was acting when Tandy showed up, is she touching him? That told me kind of all I needed to know, that Tandy, you might not want to be part of this family because this brother is an only child. Let me tell you something. These only children sometimes can be hard to deal with when they got these overprotective helicopter moms, especially mothers that protect their sons like hens. Then on top of that, the other thing is that Mario said he was heartbroken when Riva left. And I noticed that in that episode when Riva said she was going to bow out gracefully, he really was like hurt. Like there was a display of complete brokenness with Mario. And I didn't catch that until I caught it on the playback way back. Then, on top of that, during the cabin trip, see, that's the problem. Sometimes the messenger is someone you may not want to hear from, or someone that you may not believe in, or someone you see more as a frenemy than a friend. But Riva kind of did warn Tandy. She said, you got to be careful of Mario. Just be careful. Because she knew Mario was in her ear and he was in Tandy's ear. But the thing is, though, we couldn't legit take Riva seriously at the time because we knew that she had already looked to Tandy as what she said was an associate and not a friend. And Tandy said in the reunion that whenever penis comes into play, that becomes a problem for them. So, needless to say, there really isn't much to go here. Mario is trash, and Riva is a gutter snipe. And the thing about it is that he then turns around within those 2 weeks and takes Riva on a trip to Cancun. And then Tondi said, well, who paid? And I was like, damn, did y'all go Dutch? But I did hear from Tondi and my girl Talisa Ray's YouTube. As I said, damn it, it's almost like it's implied that they went Dutch. Tondi said, no, Mario did in fact plan and pay for the Puerto Rico trip. So that's fascinating to me. But again, Mario, if you knew that Tondi wasn't it for you, you really should not have wasted her time. You should have left her standing there. Better to have a broken heart then than to end up with a broken heart now, because when men pull the plug like that, and I'm sure that they had probably had some sort of conversations and disagreements, but personally myself, I think that Mario set out to sabotage the relationship from jump in order to get to where he really wanted to be. You should have left the show when Riva left the show. You should have told Tondi then and there that this isn't working. On top of that, better yet, you could have at least waited until after the show to reveal who it was that you were dealing with. But instead, you and Riva, like two high school assholes, decided, oh, we gonna do it this way and hurt this girl's feelings live on TV. Out of order, inappropriate, so wrong. Okay, by the way, Alexis' ponytail was awfully huge. I don't know. And then Riva talking about, boom, I got him at the best woman, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, number two will never be number one. Ass slide in the family stone. Okay. But Riva, bottom line is you look out here looking dumb and foolish. No one is rallying around you. No one is clapping for you. Although I would imagine some people that are supporters of Kenya Moore probably would. But either way, you look dumb as hell, proudly thinking that it's an honor and a privilege to be with a man who chose you after the fact. Remember, people, karma has no deadline. Then at the break, Terrell told me, well, you know, he had two connections. And, I was like, shut the hell up, Terrell. You and whomever else is co-signing this bullshit. I mean, the thing is that it was improper and out of order and it was foul. Carrie, they really should talk more about Carrie and the fact, really they should have just talked more about the fact that Alexis hopped from man to man to man to man. Okay, but she played the game. She played it, but her maturity level just isn't there. Carrie, they really didn't explore more about him. I would want to know, what did he do after the fact? Like, I think him and Miss Tina should have got together, whoever that was that he brought to meet Alexis when Alexis claimed that she wanted a connection with Carrie. Maybe he need his own show, or maybe they need to do a Ready for Love after 50 or something. I don't know, but this really wasn't the show for him. And still to this day, the whole cat daddy thing was hilarious to me. But I at first, when it came out during the show, I was like, who the hell asked somebody, what name do you call out? We would have sex, and I just met you 2 weeks ago. But either way, meanwhile, we had all been waiting in anticipation to find out when Tommy said, but you married on the show and you married. John the celibate, the one who told everyone he was ready to love, but he was only ready to love if he had put a ring on it. Okay. So come to find out that John had in fact had somebody hanging in the background that he kind of sort of was feeling, but kind of sort of wasn't sure of. Now, mind you, he was the first to be eliminated. Okay. And I don't know if maybe he figured, well, let me go ahead and make it work with this one that I'm dealing with over here already. And then he got married like 4 weeks before the taping. And I'm just like, okay, that's cool. Hoodrich, state why you want to join my conversation. I don't know. And then they said actually they found pictures. Somebody found pictures of him actually having been with this woman that he married. I'm like, well, she's out here looking like a fool. Maybe it was a setup. Maybe it was just a way for him to be on camera. I don't know. Maybe he thought it was good for business. I don't know. But Tommy, y'all set that up real foul. It appears as though London and Divine are still going strong, but meanwhile, across town, Brent and Alexis are on the struggle bus. They just seem awkward together. There doesn't seem to be a connection. There never really was a connection. I still say that Brent should have left Alexis in her big ponytail at the Ferris wheel. Just let her be solo, okay? My little dog out here wandering around, scouting around. I don't know what she's doing, Jesus. Okay. So here's the thing, Brent. You got played. Now, let me fill in something else for you that I found out. So Christina says she has some answers, and that is why Christina hollered out, well, are you guys together during this? Because if you notice, Alexis became very, very passionate and argumentative whenever it comes to London. It's like she is still holding out hope that there is something there for her in London. And the man told you he was looking at you both separately, and he was just trying to figure out what is it that he could deal with and live without from either one of you. Basically, it was just very childish. Alexis's whole level of maturity came out during the wine bar and her last ditched effort to get Divine to question London and maybe leave him, maybe for her to leave him so she could get a run at him. Okay. Now, mind you, as somebody else, I think it was Talisa that pointed out that if you notice during this game, Alexis followed Divine. It wasn't until after Divine let go of London that she went and explored Brent. And then all of a sudden you got Alexis exploring Brent. It was just, but she was very immature. He can't do anything when he did this. Oh my God. I'm like, who does that? Now, London, let's be honest. Did you call a tow truck for her and did you kiss Alexis that night after the dinner from the post-cabin trip, the detox that y'all had to have for that post-cabin trip? I don't think that's something she would make up. But then again, at this point, the whole three-way calling thing, no one believed that. No one. And I don't know, Alexis, but Brent, she's riding harder and fighting harder. You notice how every time Alexis is always like, but you said this, and I'm just like, and then London asked her to expound upon it. She was like, it's just too exhausting to go into. And I'm just like, what's really going on? But Brent, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Then Alexis kept saying they together. And then when Tommy asked Brent about what was the state of affairs, Brent said, we're dating. And then all of a sudden she starts saying, oh yeah, we're not doing titles. We're still getting to know each other. No, sweetie, you're not on the same page and you're not really that into him. He might be into you, but you're not into him. And I think that Brent is starting to realize that. I think that I hope that Brent explores perhaps that potential relationship with Christina. Now, Christina is the one who hollered out, so are they together? Christina and Aisha did a live on Instagram where they disclosed that once Christina got dismissed for being aggressive, which it turns out it was Mario who had defined her as being aggressive. I didn't think sis was aggressive. I just think she was just like any other good attorney, asking the right questions, but some people don't like being asked those questions up front and direct because most men are afraid of being upfront and direct and providing full disclosure anyway. So when she said that after she left the show, Brent passed his number on to her, or they exchanged numbers or something, and they stayed in touch. But then what I didn't understand is when she said she changed her number, and I was like, so did you have Brent's number? And you text him after the fact and was like, hey, this is my new number, and you just decided to keep up with Brent alone. quite frankly, Brent, no one would blame you for getting with Christina. I think y'all might be a better pair than you and Alexis ever could be. Mike, y'all, I think some people had said that Mike was kind of boring. I kind of thought Mike was sexy and cute. I think he's an over-the-road truck driver, I think was his profession. And Aisha, another one they had pegged as being thirsty and aggressive, they got together and it was just shown that those two got engaged. So they found love post-show. What the cameras didn't show us in filming that made the cutting room floor is that they had some very intimate moments together. And it was stated that if he got voted off or she got voted off, you know, he would follow. And they did. I was like, oh my God, now they're married. They're getting ready to get married. That is awesome. So I'm glad someone found love where there's an actual connection there. Because Mike and Aisha in particular, now Mike said something that was in, he said, I could just tell that she's really been through some stuff and I just want to be there for her or something to that effect. In other words, I was like, okay, well, you know, it's good that you want to be there for someone who has been broken. Don't play that, girl. I had somebody do that to me. Oh my God, I'm so sorry these things happened to you. And then all of a sudden they just decided that they didn't want to be around, but whatever. Welcome. Okay. So anyways, I'm glad that they are making it. Finally, they go about how their relationship is going to go about. Ashima and Darren. It's going to be sunny skies and clear weather or smooth sailing or something like that. I was like, can you expound upon that? Mario said he done climbed over Riva's walls. I was like, I bet you have, and got in the sugar walls and everything. But either way, he talking about I saw something there, but you know, she just wouldn't let her walls down. And I was just like, well, why didn't you bounce when she bounced if you knew there was something there that you didn't have with Tondi? You up there wasting Tondi's time. I mean, what a jerk. But either way, that was pretty much it for season 2 of Ready to Love. I just feel like certain people got voted off too soon. I feel like Alexis was a waste of space in this whole dynamic. I want London to work on his wardrobe. I hope Divine can help him with that because I don't know what he's doing with his whole fashion thing. And you're a Kappa. You should dress better than that. What else? Brent, I hope you find love. Maybe you'll find it with Christina. I hope Darren and Ashima make it. I hope that Ashima can be more tolerant of dogs. Once you get to know dogs, and especially the good ones, you'll just fall in love with them. And who else? I don't know. Y'all think Terrell and Fantasia are gonna make it? I don't know if they gonna make. What was that woman's name? That she got on my nerves. I did not like her. Talisa, my girl Talisa liked her, but I just did not. She just gave me a bad vibe the whole time I was watching this show, and I was so glad when they dismissed her because she just did not seem mentally stable to me. But I guess her and Terrell, because they both need somebody, they'll probably make it. I don't know. But that's all I've got for Ready to Love. Like I said, I'm gonna gear up for the R. Kelly thing. Because I'm fascinated by the whole thing. I still can't get over how some of these women have fell for the okie doke every time. I'm like, y'all know this man is a predator, but at least we got to worry about him preying on anyone else. Because I mean, he been locked up. They won't let him out. I don't think R. Kelly's ever getting out of jail, prison. He just gonna be there for life. What else? Oh, and then I'm probably going to come on and talk about that after the show. Or I may just come on and talk about the new year of 2020 and me turning 43 on yesterday. I still can't believe I'm 43 years old because I don't feel it. Although I did go to the mall today because I was trying to get all my freebies that I'm supposed to get because it is my birthday. And I was exhausted after being there for 30 minutes. I was like, I'm ready to go home. And it was raining. And it's raining here in Georgia. It will be raining until Saturday. I'm so disappointed because I'm off until Monday. I have to go back to the office on Monday. But either way, I want everyone to have a happy new year. I'll probably be back on here later again to talk Surviving R. Kelly, The Reckoning. And or I just may be on here to talk about me. And let's talk about setting goals for 2020. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I just believe in setting goals. That's something you can write it down, look at it, and check shit off. Resolutions, that's that shit you do. Like, I'm gonna go to the gym every day and your ass fall off after the first 3 weeks or 3 days, which is why I'm not going to the gym until the 3rd week, because I hate to have to fight somebody for my bike. Either way, I'll be back. And as I always like to say, chin up, buttercups, the sun will come out. And I've been Miss Sophia Diva. Oh, Lord, I can't even talk right now. But if this is your first time here on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Happy New Year. Uh-oh.